This is Don Goldberg for Focus Washington, and our guest today is Jim Baldauf, who is the president of ASPO. And Jim, thanks for being here. You've got a big conference in town this week. Tell us what ASPO is.
Thank you, Don. Yes, ASPO is the Association for the Study of Peak Oil. Peak oil means that all the oil on the planet is the result of hundreds of millions of years of cooking chemicals underneath the earth, and now we've ripped through about half of it in 150 years.
And what does that mean for the economy, for the global relationships? What are the implications?
Well, it doesn't mean that we're out of oil. It means that we're out of oil as we know it. That is to say, easily accessible oil. I happen to be an oil man in Texas in a very small way. But in the old days, you could punch a hole in the ground in Texas and you have an oil well. Now you have to drill 3 miles down in the Gulf of Mexico. You have to frack shale formations. And the other hydrocarbon energy source, coal, we started out the year with a terrible coal mine explosion that killed 29 people.
Mm-hmm. Give us some statistics about where we really are with the extent of oil reserves.
Well, globally speaking, there is a growing school of thought that says we've used up about half the readily accessible proven reserves. Once again, not saying we're out of oil, just saying that it's harder and harder to get, have to drill deeper, have to drill at greater expense, in more hostile, difficult environments like the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Is there consensus on this in the industry, and what does this mean for prices?
Well, it used to be called peak oil theory. And now more and more people recognize that peak oil is a theory the way gravity is a theory. You know, just about everybody understands that every finite resource has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we're about at the middle of oil. About the only people who disagree are Exxon, a think tank called CIRA, and the Chamber of Commerce.
And so what does this, I mean, peak oil obviously is going to mean it's more expensive and harder to get oil out of the ground. What's that going to mean for the economy, for prices, for consumers?
Well, ultimately it means that gasoline is going to be higher. It means that transportation, for instance, of food is going to be higher. So food prices are going to increase. It means that engineering and construction is going to be more costly, so that homes will become more costly. And we're in the middle of a recession that has been masking a lot of these symptoms, impacts of peak oil. But as the economy recovers, then the price of oil and gas will increase. It's already increasing disproportionately to the amount of recovery we're seeing.
And so what are you guys recommending that what kind of steps do we need to take?
Well, everybody wants a silver bullet techno fix that'll let us just keep on with business as usual. Unfortunately, that isn't possible. We've got to do bold new initiatives on serious conservation, serious improvements in efficiency, a lot of investment in alternatives, solar, wind, and real aggressive but prudent continuation of exploration and production of oil.
Is the political will there to do what needs to be done? I mean, we can't even pass an energy bill in this country. How do we take these kind of more massive steps?
Well, when oil hits $4 at the pump, there will suddenly be the political will to do something about it.
Right.
We're trying to short-circuit that process and trying to get some far-sighted leadership to recognize what's around the corner and to do something about it now.
Great. Well, Jim, thank you for being here, and we hope to have you back in the future because you're a great guest.
Thank you.
I'm Don Goldberg for Focus Washington.